The greatest limitations that we have are the limitations we put on ourselves. If we don't limit ourselves, we can do so much more than we're capable of and allow ourselves to become who we were meant to be. INERTIA was just supposed to be a one-week robotics program. One thing led to another, and then we turned this into a full after-school program that we're right now in 2 schools here locally and expanding. I'd love to see us in every single school in the county. We were brainstorming names, we just couldn't get anything that just clicked. And then I was writing a paper on the laws of physics. It comes from Newton's law of motion. If an object is at rest, it'll stay at rest unless it's acted upon by an outside force. So we believed a lot of these kids who possibly hate science because it's a little bit difficult for them to realize it's something fun, it's something you can enjoy. We'll get that ball rolling and they'll find a love for it. We wanted to be the outside force for them. We had written a proposal and we sent it out to a lot of the schools, and we got some feedback back from them. We sat down with a few of the administrators and they said this was a program that they definitely wanted us to do. The struggle is we didn't exactly know how to execute on it. And I met Dr. Ranelli almost by chance. He came by where I was working at IHMC at the time, and he saw my UWF shirt and he said, "Hey, I'm the director for the Center for Entrepreneurship. You should come by sometime and see me." So I sat down with Jim Sparks at the time, who was the program manager and still is the program manager. And he just basically said, do it. Try it out, see how it goes. See if the schools like it. If they like it, improve on it. If they don't, hey, maybe you should try something else. So they came in very early and have been giving us guidance, from the start.
With Basil, he had everything in place. All he needed was the push. And so we put the Center for Entrepreneurship's resource behind him. Entrepreneurs work harder than everybody else. There's cycles of really intense times as an entrepreneur, and especially in the early startup stages. And Basil, being a student, being committed to INERTIA's success, and then also working, had a lot of those moments.
There were times where I felt like I wanted to quit. I had no idea how nonprofits worked at all. It was completely new to me. It got really stressful at times trying to balance life and this. I remember a conversation I had with Jim Sparks, which really changed my view on what we were doing and really put things in perspective for me that were impacting kids for possibly generations to come. And this little bit of hardship that I was going through was going to prepare me for something in the future. Shortly after my conversation with Jim Sparks, one of the little girls came up to me at the end of this past semester and said, "I hated science and I hated that my parents are making me come to this, but now I love it." She told us she wanted to be a nurse one day. That really validated what we were doing and showed us that, hey, we're succeeding. Even if just one person decides that they want to move forward and study STEM in college, we've succeeded. I believe we all want to see all of our kids achieve their full potential, and that's our vision, is to see every single kid in our county have the opportunity to reach their full potential.
INERTIA is destined to be successful. The mission that they're trying to do is so needed in the community, and it's also just such this heartfelt, like, oh my gosh, you're helping little kids that have the potential to become the next Basil. It's the best feeling in the world when you can see this student taking these steps that are going to set them up to be successful, and all of our students have that potential, helping the next generation of big thinkers change the world.